Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones had every reason to smile as he stepped off the field at AT&T Stadium on Sunday night. What the Cowboys pulled off, a stunning 24-21 comeback win over the Philadelphia Eagles, which certainly felt like a season-altering moment. But what truly left the longtime Cowboys owner stunned was the continued emergence of newly acquired wide receiver George Pickens, whose dominant play has transformed Dallas' offense in back-to-back weeks. Jones addressed the media afterward and made it clear that Pickens has become far more than just an in-season acquisition. The Cowboys owner, president, and general manager admitted he has rarely seen a mid-season addition make such an immediate and overwhelming difference. "I tell you, George has been such an integral part of our story. And he has his story to a degree that's our story," Jones said. "And I'm so proud for him. Everybody on this team is. And he certainly has absolutely been the difference as we played over the last 2 weeks. And we can let it come as well as something when you've got 88, CeeDee Lamb, and George Pickens," he added, emphasizing both Pickens' rise and the dynamic threat he creates with Lamb. Pickens delivered a monster performance against Philadelphia, finishing with 9 catches for 146 yards and a touchdown. Over his last 2 games, he has totaled 18 receptions, 290 yards, and 2 scores. Pickens is now enjoying the best season of his young career with 67 receptions, 8 touchdowns, and 1,054 yards, outperforming even Cowboys star CeeDee Lamb and nearly every receiver in the league outside of Jackson Smith-Njigba. But his breakout raises long-term questions, as Pickens is scheduled to hit free agency in March, and the Cowboys' cap situation is complicated. Dallas is projected to be $60.2 million over the 2026 salary cap, creating uncertainty about whether they can afford him. The franchise tag is reportedly expected to be around $28 million, is an option, but one that reportedly wouldn't sit well with the star wideout. Still, for now, Dallas is focused on the present, and the win improved the Cowboys to 5-5-1 and pushed them back into the NFC wildcard race. With Pickens emerging as a legitimate game-changer, the final stretch of the season may determine whether the spark can evolve into a full playoff push for the Cowboys. Whatever you might think about the Cowboys' Jerry Jones as constructor of rosters, a negotiator of player contracts, and a leader of a football team, there is not much cause to question his acumen as a marketer of his business. He has been forthcoming about how much he enjoys having the Cowboys in the spotlight, good or bad, because he sees all publicity as generating value for the franchise. The Cowboys are valued at $13 billion, the most valuable franchise in American sports. Jones is frustrating to follow and has not won a Super Bowl in 3 decades, but when it comes building the bottom line, he's done well. From that perspective, though the 83-year-old tycoon probably does not spend much time bopping to Karma or The Fate of Ophelia, he considers himself a big fan of pop star. And that's because, on the eve of Swift's fiancé Travis Kelce and the Chiefs coming to Dallas to play the Cowboys in a Thanksgiving Day game, Jones pointed out that Swift has made the NFL a lot of money. Cowboys will save an elaborate seat for Taylor Swift. Thus, while nothing has been announced, and while Swift does not typically go to road games for the Chiefs, Jones said the Cowboys will be ready to welcome her if she decides to be at the game. Given the droves of new NFL fans Swift has created thanks to her relationship with Kelce, it's the least Jones can do, he says. "I don't want to do anything to jump the gun, but we would have an elaborate seat for her if she should attend a game," Jones said in chatting with 105.3 The Fan in Dallas this week. "Nobody's a bigger fan of Taylor Swift than I am. But more importantly, we all are. I appreciate, buying through her Kansas City connection there, the kind of interest that she has and that she has brought to the NFL. I can't get enough Taylor Swift." Cowboys Chiefs could set viewership records. Again, Swift is not likely to be on the scene at AT&T Stadium on Thursday, but it is a holiday and perhaps there will be an exception. If she's there, the Cowboys owner surely will pull whatever strings he can to support her. There is already an expectation that the Chiefs-Cowboys Thanksgiving game will blow viewership records out of the water. "Well, there's no question that your team, the Cowboys, have a lot of interest at this time," Jones said. "And there's no question that the story of the Kansas City Chiefs this year is really interesting and has me watching it no matter what part of it I am involved in." This is what you dream of when you think of a matchup relative to Thanksgiving Day. There could be as many as 70 to 80 million people watching. We'll see what they measure still. That kind of audience is out there. Jerry Jones could leverage Taylor Swift. Marketing the Cowboys has been a driver of Jones' success, financially at least. Even the threat of Swift possibly being in attendance figures to drive Thanksgiving celebrants to their televisions, and Jones is looking to make a good impression. "I spent a lot of time getting these Cowboys out," Jones said. "I'll put the Cowboys in a poodle magazine. I will put them in any house organ out there." So you say, maybe you don't have that many fans out there, but when they do catch a look, then they're positive about the Cowboys. Because they saw it at their point of interest. That's the way you do it. On Thanksgiving Day, you've got a huge audience that doesn't watch games most of the time. A lot of them will be Cowboys fans, and I like that. Saquon Barkley to the Dallas Cowboys, a scenario that would shake up the NFL. The possibility of Saquon Barkley wearing the Dallas Cowboys jersey has reignited debates among analysts and fans, fueling a scenario that, although hypothetical, would have an immediate impact on the balance of power in the NFC. The combination of the running back's explosive talent and the visibility of one of the league's most media-savvy franchises would make the move one of the most significant in the recent NFL era. For many observers, Barkley would represent exactly the type of player capable of transforming the Texas offense, offering dynamism in the running game and versatility in the passing game, two areas the team has sought to strengthen in recent seasons. Since entering the league, Barkley has established himself as one of the most complete running backs in the NFL, combining explosiveness, strength, and ability to receive passes at levels rarely seen at the position. In Dallas, he would fill a clear gap in the backfield, while also giving the offensive coordinator new creative possibilities. In a system underpinned by Dak Prescott's precision and CeeDee Lamb's talent, the presence of a player of Barkley's caliber would add strategic depth, forcing opposing defenses to reconsider their priorities and opening up the field for more aggressive plays. For the Cowboys, the arrival of the running back would also symbolize a strong response to criticism about the management's lack of boldness in crucial off-season moments. Over the past few years, the team has been criticized for not investing heavily in impactful players, and Barkley, due to his national relevance and star profile, would represent a shift in this behavior. For the player, a move to Dallas would put him back in the spotlight of the league's largest television audience, in an environment that traditionally fosters great performances and careers. Although this is a projection and not a concrete move by the league, the mere idea of Barkley joining the Cowboys reveals how a single athlete can alter perceptions, expectations, and even season projections. If this scenario ever materializes, it would not only modify the offensive landscape of the Texas team, but also reconfigure the competitive dynamics of the division, reigniting historic rivalries and raising the level of competition in the conference. Until then, fans can only cautiously follow each rumor and imagine the impact that a signing of this magnitude would have on the franchise's future.